Imagine standing somewhere so unreal that your brain questions if you're awake, like walking across a mirror sky or swimming through neon glowing waters. From rainbow-colored mountains to caves lit by living stars, Earth hides places that seem plucked straight out of dreams. Ready to have your reality shaken? Let's dive into these magical destinations you won't believe exist. Salar de Uyuni, Bolivia. Stretching endlessly under the Bolivian sun, Salar de Uyuni is the world's largest salt flat, and after rain, it transforms into a jaw-dropping mirror. The thin sheet of water covering the salt reflects the skies so perfectly, you'll feel like you're floating in the clouds. It's so mesmerizing that even satellite calibration systems use it. Fun fact, you can lose all sense of where the ground ends and the sky begins. It's pure natural magic on Earth. And if you think a giant mirror is incredible, wait till you see a lake that looks like it's made of bubble gum. Lake Hillier, Australia Lake. Hillier is like a Barbie dream world splashed across Western Australia. This bright pink lake stays vividly bubblegum colored all year round, even when you bottle the water. Scientists believe its cotton candy hue comes from salt-loving microalgae and bacteria. Flanked by deep blue ocean waters and stark green forests, Lake Hillier's color contrast is so dramatic it looks photoshopped. But it's entirely real. You can only view it from the air though, which somehow makes it even more mysterious. Now imagine drifting into a dark cave where thousands of tiny living lights sparkle above your head. Waitomo Glowworm Caves, New Zealand. Hidden beneath New Zealand's lush hills are the Waitomo Glowworm Caves, where bioluminescent worms dangle sticky silk threads and light up the darkness with a ghostly blue glow. Floating through the caves on a silent boat feels like sailing beneath a galaxy. The glowworms, unique to New Zealand, live short lives. But for those precious days, they create a magical natural light show that leaves visitors speechless. And speaking of things that seem too bizarre to be real, what about an island where trees bleed red? Socotra Island, Yemen. Socotra looks less like Earth and more like the set of a sci-fi movie. The island's most famous residents are the dragon's blood trees, named for their thick crimson sap that oozes like blood when cut. Over a third of Socotra's plant life exists nowhere else on the planet. Windswept limestone caves, alien-like succulents, and turquoise beaches add to its surreal charm. It's a slice of nature so unique you'd swear it was designed by an artist rather than evolution. Feeling amazed? Good. Because next up, we're heading to a place where the ground itself explodes in color. Grand Prismatic Spring, Yellowstone, USA. The Grand Prismatic Spring is Earth's most vibrant natural rainbow. Located in Yellowstone National Park, this enormous hot spring is wider than a football field and glows with neon rings of blue, green, yellow, orange, and red. The dazzling colors come from heat-loving bacteria that thrive at different temperatures. As steam rises off the spring, the colors blur and shimmer, like a living watercolor painting. It's truly nature's wildest palette at work. And if you think that's colorful, just wait until you see an entire mountain range painted like a rainbow. Zhangyi Rainbow Mountains, China hidden in Gansu Province. The Rainbow Mountains look like someone spilled giant buckets of paint across rolling hills. These technicolor layers formed over millions of years, as different minerals settled into the earth and were pushed upward by tectonic forces. Red, yellow, green, and blue stripes ripple across the rugged landscape, changing hue with the sun's light. It's hard to believe these stunning stripes are 100% natural, but they are, and they're absolutely hypnotizing to witness. Next, from bright colors to fiery chaos, you won't believe what's been burning for decades without stopping. The Gates of Hell, Turkmenistan. In the middle of Turkmenistan's Karakum Desert, a giant fiery crater has been burning non-stop since 1971. Nicknamed the Gates of Hell, this inferno began when Soviet scientists accidentally punctured a gas pocket. To prevent a deadly methane leak, they set the crater on fire, expecting it to burn out in weeks. Instead, it's been roaring for over 50 years. At night, the flames light up the desert like a portal to another dimension. It's chilling, mesmerizing, and eerily beautiful. Now let's cool things down with a magical canyon sculpted by wind and water. Antelope Canyon, Arizona, USA. Step into Antelope Canyon and you'll feel like you're walking through waves frozen in stone. Located on Navajo land in Arizona, these slot canyons were carved by flash floods over thousands of years. Sunbeams pierce through narrow cracks overhead, creating moving curtains of golden light across the swirling red sandstone. Every turn feels like stepping into a different dreamscape. It's no wonder this place is one of the most photographed natural wonders in the world. Now let's look at another unbelievable wonder in Mexico. Nika Crystal Caves, Mexico. Beneath Mexico's Nika Mountain lies a glimmering secret. A crystal cave so surreal, it looks like Superman's fortress. These giant selenite crystals, some as long as 36 feet, formed over 500,000 years in perfect conditions, scorching temperatures, high humidity, and total darkness. Walking through the Cave of Crystals is like stepping into a geode the size of a cathedral. But don't try to explore without gear. The heat and humidity can be deadly without a special cooling suit. And just when you think nature's done showing off, prepare to witness an ocean that glows in the dark. Mosquito Bay, Puerto Rico. On the island of Vieques lies Mosquito Bay, the brightest bioluminescent bay in the world. Here, microscopic organisms called dinoflagellates light up the water whenever it's touched. A paddle stroke, a splash, even the tip of your finger can trigger a blue-green glow, turning the ocean into liquid starlight. The best time to visit? During a new moon, when the sky is dark and the water comes alive like a scene from Avatar. It's a nighttime experience you'll never forget. But now we're heading into a place that's not glowing. It's literally boiling. Dalol Hydrothermal Field, Ethiopia. Imagine standing on a sizzling alien landscape where acid bubbles, sulfur steams, and the earth pulses in neon greens and oranges. Welcome to Ethiopia's Dalol Hydrothermal Field, the hottest inhabited place on Earth. Located deep in the Danakil Depression, this volcanic wonder is filled with boiling salt springs and acidic pools that look too wild to be real. The extreme conditions create an otherworldly beauty, but also make it one of the most dangerous places to explore. Just looking at it feels like peeking at another planet. And from blazing heat, we leap into the haunting beauty of an ancient forest frozen in time. Dead Vlei, Namibia. Deep within Namibia's Namib-Naukluft Park lies Dead Vlei, a white clay pan surrounded by towering red dunes and filled with the skeletons of trees that died nearly 900 years ago. These trees haven't decayed because the climate is so dry, preserving them like natural sculptures against a surreal backdrop. The contrast between blackened trees, white ground, and fiery dunes makes this one of the most visually striking places on Earth. It's silent, still, and spellbinding, like a painting that somehow came to life. From the desert, let's jump back to North America, where a geyser is painting the land with nature's palette. Fly Geyser, Nevada, USA. Hidden in the Nevada desert, Fly Geyser looks like something you'd expect to find on another planet. Its twisted alien shape and rainbow-colored surface are the result of a happy accident. In 1964, a drilling mishap hit a geothermal pocket, causing minerals to spew and harden over time. The geyser now stands about 12 feet tall, constantly spitting hot water into the air. The colors? Those come from heat-loving algae that paint the surface in greens, reds, and yellows. It's weird, wonderful, and still relatively unknown. Now prepare for a chill. Quite literally, as we crawl into shimmering tunnels made of ice. Mendenhall Ice Caves, Alaska. In Juneau, Alaska, the Mendenhall Glacier hides a glowing blue world inside its frozen heart. The ice caves, sculpted by meltwater streams, create tunnels that shimmer in turquoise light. Walking through one feels like stepping inside a frozen wave. But this beauty comes with a ticking clock. Climate change is rapidly melting the glacier, and these magical ice caverns may vanish in the coming decades. If you ever needed a reason to witness Earth's wonders before they disappear, this is it. And for our final stop, we'll zoom far above the desert to spot something strange and massive with the eye of a god. Richat structure, Mauritania known as the Eye of the Sahara. The Richat structure is a giant spiral in the middle of the desert, stretching over 28 miles wide. From the ground, it's unremarkable, but from space? It looks like a perfect bullseye stamped into Earth's surface. Once thought to be an impact crater, geologists now believe it's a collapsed geologic dome exposed by erosion. Still, many call it mysterious. Some even claim it's the lost city of Atlantis. Whatever it is, the Eye of the Sahara is hypnotic in every sense. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.